Hi guys, Piotr here, this is LiteFinance Global YouTube channel. It's my pleasure to be with you again. Today we are going to discuss my favorite single candle as well as candle combination, some kind of the price action within the certain supply or demand levels. So very interesting. I'm going to try to make short and sweet. Let's jump straight into the video. All right, at the very beginning I'm going to show you what I like, how the candles has to looks like, and what I like the most, why I like them, but also the way of the configuration, where the candle is showing, right? What that's telling me, because very often, especially the beginners, the very new traders here, if they are going to see this type of the candle, doesn't matter where, right? A lower shadow, positive body, they are starting to keep buying where there is a clear trap based on what we see to the left side of the chart. And we are going to have many examples. We are going to discuss many examples of that today. Also, when we have this type of the candle suggesting that the continuation to the downside were wrong reading of the left side of the chart, sending us into the trap, right? So first thing first, my favorite candles, how they look like. Let me show you here, because well, that's the thing over here. I like very much this type of the candle confirming the supply, especially if we have some levels. We've seen some kind of the attempt to reject, right? So some kind of the supply line, right? And finally we are taking out that supply just to find the liquidity, strong rejection, so then return into the what might be swing high is the perfect entry. So this type of the rejection candle, this type of the supply candle, right, is going to work for me if that's the liquidity looking by the market. All right, the same candle in the middle of, let's say, consolidation, if I'm going to see the same candle where the like this, when the upper shadow was not some kind of the stop count, maybe on different time frame, whatever, you have to do your own homework, you have to do your own research. I'm not gonna be interested, right? Also, I love the opposite. So this type of the candle, like what we have here, right? But why I was here to the short side, and with this candle, this particular candle over here, I wouldn't be to the upside. Why? Because that was the major rejection over here. This particular candle over here telling me that once we are going to break through that low and close below that low, that's what we might see. That's what happened. Completely opposite. If I would see this type of the candle, if that's the demand line, and if I would see this type of the candle like this at the demand line, right, that would be that would be my signal that I'm looking to buy. Why is that? One of the reasons is that the risk reward is in my favor. It's not the holy grail. It's not gonna work 100% of the time, but with the proper risk reward, and especially that's what we are looking for, like 3R, it's enough for me. And I've been showing you it's enough for me to be 3 times on the right side out of the 10, right? So that's how the things looks like. What else we have when it comes to single candlestick or the whole price action around the certain levels? Let's have a look on this particular chart, and let me explain you why this one, or try to explain to yourself. I'm going to be silent for a few seconds. Why this candle, this particular rising candle, was the signal to looking for the buying opportunity on pullback, but that particular rising candle was not. It was like, okay, if we are going to get close below that one, then sell on retest, all right? So I'm going to be silent for a few seconds and try to answer to yourself. All right, hopefully you got your answer. So, well, swing low, broken to the downside, and demand just the lower shadows. So there was no close below, right? So it was stop hunt. Then we went higher, we retest this demand, and that was the particular entry. Of course, it works fine on the left side of the chart if chart is not moving, so it's easier to explain. Some of you may think that way, and well, I do understand, but well, learn your lesson. And why this particular one was not the buying opportunity, mostly because of this broken swing low. So after the close below, it was just a retest, and with the failure to move above, it was the simple sell signal entry. And guys, it's going to work on each and every time frame, this type of the price action. Market is simply looking for liquidity, and the stop in one direction might produce quite good move into the opposite direction. That's how you should approach, and working fine for me, especially from the intraday perspective, when first I'm monitoring the higher time frames charts, right? And the next one, working fine. Why this was after the move to the downside, why this rising candle, it was possible signal that we are looking to buy on pullback, especially with the swing, with the possible swing low. Well, because it was a retest of this swing high been broken to the upside, right? So this pullback with the strong rejection of this retest of this swing high, it was the signal that try to buy on pullback. Maybe this swing low is going to push the price higher. So that's another one working quite well. Another one example, if you need strong low, attempt to break lower, rejection, up, a little bit of the pullback higher, supply, no hitting the stops, another attempt to go lower, looking for the stops, strong rejection, quite big lower shadow, buying on the pullback, right, down towards swing low, with the stop below, produced, for example, this type of the rally. That's of course higher time frame, so your approach is different, size of the position and expectations are different, but as I mentioned, is working on each and every time frame. So hopefully guys, that's interesting for you. Please like, subscribe, do your own homework, do your own research, make plenty of tests if you like it. Drew the lines, horizontal lines are working fine. With that being said, wish you great next trading day, and that's it from me today. Stay safe, take care, goodbye.